Hello everyone and welcome back to another BeamNG.Drive video. Today we will go over the most important how-tos and tips and tricks for beginners that really anyone playing BeamNG should know. So I'll quickly show you how to start a drag race, how to download and install mods, how to use part selector, how to arrange your UI, how to use slow motion, free camera mode and spawn on a specific location, how to use replays within BeamNG, how to quick travel to quick travel points from anywhere, how to use photo mode, hide your UI, change the weather settings, spawn somewhere where you were a long time ago, how to spawn AI traffic, how to make a police chase, and of course how to switch between already spawned cars. Now, if you find this video informative before the end of it, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you enjoy my content in general. It really helps the channel out a lot and I really appreciate it. So, let's jump right in with drag racing. All you need to do to start a drag race is to load a map that has a drag strip on it. West Coast USA is one of them. Next up, you just go to the drag strip and then you enter this like blue circle and press escape. So that launches this event thingy and then you can mess with these settings and then you press play. And now the whole drag race is gonna load. As you can see, it's a whole event thing. You can change the vehicle here also if you want. I'm not gonna do that right now, I'm just gonna use this one. It's slow, but it doesn't really matter. And then you roll up here. You wait for these lights to turn on. I'm gonna move this a bit. Yep, there we go. Up, we're good now. And now we wait. And off we go. Now this is not gonna be a very fast car, but you will get to see the way drag races work. There's our opponent. He's even slower, but it's okay. Oh, so it took me almost 15 seconds and it took him way longer. Yeah, so you see, you get your time, you get your speed at the end, the opponent's time, and the opponent's speed at the end. So it's a pretty fun thing. So by this time you might have realized that your car is too slow and you might want to make it faster, and you can do that with some mods. So we'll now see how we can download and install mods. So you just need to go back to the main menu, and here you have the repository. And in the repository you have all kinds of mods available. You can also sort them, and you can select categories which you like. You can search for ones if you know exactly what you want. Now this works only if you bought the game, and let's be real, we know some of you out there didn't even buy the game, which you definitely should. The repository is not the only way to download and install mods, because some mods are even not in the repository. So you have those mods on the forums or on some other sites. You also have a version of repository, I'll put this right here, on the internet, BeamNG.com/resources. And here you can see all the mods, and you can also filter them and use categories and everything. And you also have the forums, BeamNG.com/forums. I'll put these links in the description below. So see the mods section, and you have all kinds of things. And people will put like work in progress mods here, and also mods with cars that have actual badges on them. So because they don't have licenses, they can't really put them on the repository, but you can find some of them here, so you won't need to use like the badged versions of them if you have them somewhere here. So there's really a lot of mods here, a lot for you to try, so make sure to try it out if you're looking for mods. Anyway, when you find a mod here, you just need to go find the file for it. So this is probably the file for this one. And when you get the file, you will need to go, just a second, let me find a folder here. I have it bookmarked, so you'll see what it looks like. So you need to go to your BeamNG folder, wherever you installed it. It's probably not gonna be this one. But if you have no idea where your Beam user folder is, that's not an issue. Just close Beam, open the launcher again, then click Manage User Folders, and then click Open in Explorer. And it's gonna open it for you. And then you can open the mods folder, and now just take the file that you just downloaded. Where is mine? It's here. So you can just take it and copy and paste it or drag and drop it right into the folder, and then it's gonna appear on your mods list. If it's not enabled, you need to enable it, but they do enable it by default, and that's how you install mods. Now, once you install those mods, you're gonna see that many of them just add parts for cars, not actual cars, and then you're gonna need to put those parts on your car to make the mod, well, worth it. So the way you do it is you press Ctrl W to open up the part selector, or you can just press escape and go here to vehicle configuration. And here you can just open the tree to your whole car and see all the parts and just switch them around, add some, remove some, use better ones. Some of them go really deep, like brakes for example. Some cars have more options, some cars have less options. For example, some of these engines are like built into the game, some of them are from mods, and then you can like look at pretty much everything on your car and change it. And also one very important thing is that you also have tuning, so many parts can also be tuned additionally. So if some of the options here are missing, then maybe the part that you have on the car is not as tunable as you would like it to be. So you can just go and switch it up. For example, like these springs and shocks are probably not as tunable as race parts would be. So let's put some race parts here. There we go, we have some racing front suspension here, and now we can adjust the damping rates, the heights, and everything that we couldn't do before. See, there's way more options for front suspension than there is for the rear suspension. So some parts let you way more tuning options than others do. The next thing that a lot of people want to do is put a lot of these apps, like I have them on my screen, on their own screen. And the way you do that is you can just press escape and go here to UI apps, and then you can edit your layout. So you can create multiple layouts if you want also, or you can just customize the main one that you're using right now. So you just click here, and then you'll see all these like gizmo thingies for all of the UI apps. You can click here to add app. If you install the mode that's an UI app, it's gonna like it's gonna appear here, and then you can edit. So you can just pick whichever one you like that you don't already have. Now I've purposely picked this one because I don't think anyone would like having this big here. So you can resize them, of course. And some of them can also be resized not just in a square fashion. You can like drag them to be more wide or have more height. And then like if you don't want them anymore, you can just click the X right there and it's gonna be gone. Now you're gonna see that some of these disappear when I'm in cockpit mode. So to customize that, you just customize your layout, and there's this here, hide in cockpit. So when you're using the cockpit cam, it's not gonna be shown. Like right now, it just needs to reset. And yeah, you do need to save it to make it okay. So you save it, and then it should be fine. And there we go. Now the next thing that I'm gonna show you is how to use the slow motion. So this is a simulation, and you can make it like go faster or slower. So to do that, you can use your Alt key plus your arrow keys. So left is gonna make the simulation slower, right is gonna make it faster, down is gonna make it 8 times slower, and up is gonna put you in real time. So Alt, left key, now we made it slower, left again, and we made it even slower, and using the right key plus Alt, we make it faster. Alt plus down, 8 times slower, and Alt plus up is gonna make it real time no matter what was going on. So let's see the slow motion in action now. We're gonna make this car go a bit faster, and then we're gonna make the simulation slower. And now, as you can see, we can look at everything in slow motion. And we can make it faster if we're too far away from the fence and we just want to see the weight deforms, and then we can see it like very slow. And that's really pleasing to watch, and it's really good for making cool videos if you're a content creator. Now, another very cool thing for content creators that I'm gonna show you now is how to use, well, free camera mode. And you can do that by pressing F8, and then now you're in free camera mode, and you can use the WASD keys to move around freely wherever you like. And one bonus thing with this thing is that you can also use F7 right now to spawn your car wherever your camera is. So that's a cool way to actually crash cars and also to move quickly. Because if you hold your shift key like I am right now, you can move around really quickly around the map. As you can see, explore the whole map or a bunch of it. And then when you come somewhere where you want it to go quickly, you can just press F7, get you there. And you can also recover your car if you don't want it to be crashed while it's there, of course. Another cool thing that you can do is you can also use the home key to make this your new default position, so that way you can spawn there in the future if you need to do so. The next thing that I'm gonna show you is a really cool way to use these two previous things, so slow motion and free camera modes, to make, well, cool shots, both photos and videos, and that's replays. So you will need a UI app that's called Replays. I've had it, but I've removed it on purpose. So you're gonna need to add this app if you don't have it. So you can just scroll down and look for it, or you can just type Replay there, and this is the app. It's right here. So you find it, drag it somewhere where you like to use it. And now, when we go back into the game, I'm just gonna press record here, and now this is making a replay out of whatever I'm doing. So I'm gonna just go drive off this cliff. And I've crashed it a bit, okay. Say recording, and now we can pause this. We can look around to see what it looks like. We can have this in slow motion, as you can see right here. We can make it go slower and then look around, and we can also press F8 to go into free camera mode and look at all this in slow motion from any angle that we like, as well as pause it in key moments, then reframe. Look at this bad boy. Really cool, isn't it? Well, another very cool thing that you can use with this is to hide your UI. If you want to hide the UI, just press Alt+U and your UI is gonna be gone. And then you can make even better shots because your UI is not gonna be in the way. Now, the way you can make this even cooler is by going to the photo mode. And you have it right here. Just press escape and it's gonna be here. This also puts you in free camera mode, and you can also enable smooth movement. So if you're making videos, you'll see it's gonna be way smoother and way better for videos. For photos, it doesn't really matter that much. But you also have a lot of cool options right here that you can see. You can control your ambient occlusion. You can add some filters if you want. You can adjust the intensity of those filters. And most importantly, you can change the time of the day of your shot. So this is really cool and really useful. Not to mention the field of view. This is basically like zooming a lens in and out. So you can definitely get very creative with this, and it's really fun if you want to make screenshots or videos or pretty much anything related. And of course, while you're in the photo mode, you can also press Alt+U to hide your UI and to take manual screenshots that way. But of course, Beam has this take screenshot option, so you can definitely use it there. Okay, let's exit this now. And we're also gonna exit the replay completely. Close the replay, and now we're in real time and we are, well, stuck here. So one way to get unstuck without recovering your car is to teleport to a quick travel point. And you can do that by pressing escape and going to map, or you can open that by pressing the M key. And now many maps have quick travel points. These are those, and you can just click on one and click on it and then press quick travel here. And that's gonna bring your car there, but the car is gonna be in one piece though. It is a way to move around a map very quickly and very efficiently. Now, when it comes to the time of the day, well, in photo mode you change it just for the shot, but if you actually want to change it, to change the weather settings for the whole simulation, you can do that by pressing escape, then going to the environment, and right here you have the environmental temperature. You also have the cloud speed, cloud cover, some fog, but you have the time of the day, so you can change it whichever way you like, and you can also make it play, make it run around, and make it like feel, well, realistic. You can also change gravity settings here to make your car weigh less, and you also have the simulation speed, like well, buttons here, but using the Alt+ keys is much better. You can also clean tire marks and save a layout if you've made it the way you want it to be. Now, since we quick traveled here, well, sometimes you can do that by accident, or you can quick travel somewhere you really don't want to go, but you want to go back where you used to be quickly. And the way you can do that is just holding the insert key, and that's gonna, well, recover your car. The longer you hold it, the longer it's gonna recover it. As you can see, it literally like, well, rolls the time back and, well, recovers you. Okay, now that we're back here, I'm gonna show you another thing, and that's how to spawn AI traffic. So all you gotta do is press escape and then go to this dial, click AI traffic, and then you have, well, many different ways of traffic you can spawn and controls to do with them. So we're just gonna spawn normal traffic for this. Now, if your game hangs a bit on this, it's perfectly normal, but here they are. We have some traffic. So let's drive around and see what they're gonna do. I'm going here on purpose, so I don't like ram into them. As you can see, on most maps they're gonna drive around just nice, and sometimes, well, they are gonna get into trouble, but that really depends on the map and the UI routes. This is the way you spawn them, and if the map is good and if the cars are, well, in good shape, then they're gonna drive, because you can sometimes install mods that break cars, even official cars, and if your official cars are broken and the AI traffic spawns them, then they're gonna be broken on the road also. So make sure to keep that in mind if you see a lot of cars parked around or something like that. That's definitely something to keep an eye out for. Now, another thing that you might wanna adjust when it comes to the AI is going, just press escape, then go to options, and then right here go to gameplay, and then you'll see traffic settings. Now, you can set maximum amount of vehicles. If your CPU is not very strong, don't go overboard with this one. And you can see even you can even filter which configurations you want to choose, and this is gonna pretty much limit it. So it just picks the right configurations if you're using the smart one, and you're likely not gonna see many broken cars on the road. And allowing mods to spawn is also, I mean, not allowing mods to spawn, especially if they're broken, is a good way to have clean traffic that's actually like driving around and not just being parked on the road. Now, the way you get AI to chase you, it doesn't necessarily have to be a police chase, but if you want the AI to chase you, all you have to do is, after you spawn them, just go to the AI, and then you'll see this chase me button. Now, this, after you click it, won't make all of the AI drivers chase you, but some of them will. You'll just have to figure out which one it is. I guess it was that one. Yeah, so then they will try to chase you and ram into you, as you can see. That's basically what it happens. But don't be surprised if you see some cars like just driving past you, because they're not chasing you, because not all of them always chase you. Some do, some don't. So yeah, that's the way you can set up a chase. And now AI doesn't always spawn actually with police. This one is also chasing me. Great. So if they're annoying, like now, you can just go to AI, traffic, and remove traffic to get rid of them. But what I was gonna say is, you don't always get police cars when you're spawning AI. Actually, if you just go to traffic and click this one, then it's not gonna spawn police at all usually. But if you spawn this one, then some of them are gonna be police. So yeah, that's the way to spawn police. And finally, when you have multiple cars, so whether you spawn AI or you just go to vehicles, and instead of changing a vehicle, you can just, well, spawn another one. So you can just click here, spawn new, and now you'll have two cars that you can drive. And as you can see, it's switched to this one. But what if I wanted to spawn this one? When you have multiple of them, you can just go to AI, and you can like make them drive around normally, like by clicking traffic or and just start traffic. Then the others are gonna drive around. So that's the way you can cherry pick the cars you want and make them like drive around. But if you want to drive multiple cars and you have one parked and drive another, then you can spawn multiple of them and just press tab to switch between them. So you can see now I'm driving this one, and when I press tab, now I'm driving this one. And that's the way you can switch between cars. So that's gonna be all for the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you found it useful, especially if you're a beginner. If there are any further tips or know-hows that you would like to know but this video didn't answer them for you, leave them in the comments below and I'll make sure to add them in a later video so you can know how to do it. And if this video helped you in any way, make sure to leave a like, because it really helps the channel out a lot. And also subscribe, because I appreciate both tremendously. So that's gonna be all for me today. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you pretty soon. Bye bye!